Hello and good afternoon. It is, yes, thank you. It's my birthday tomorrow. I will be 28, um, which is uh, kind of interesting to say the least. I'm almost to the big 30. Just 2 more years and I'll hit that.
Oh, damn.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yep.
Getting fast. Up on that.
Can't get fat yet. And I go to the gym frequently, so I don't have to worry about that, thankfully.
That's a good sign.
Mm, yeah. So we're kind of going to go over the year that has been. And so.
Yeah, well, what will be our starting point?
I think probably we'll just go from January and just take a look at any movies that we saw. I didn't see a lot.
I saw a lot of stuff, but the stuff is not good.
Yeah, I just put a blacklist on Marvel and Star Wars for this year. Let's see. So, American movies 2023. So let's just pull up Wikipedia. We'll say for are you kidding me? Good Burgers. Oh my gosh, Good Burger 2. I might actually want to watch that. It might actually be kind of funny. Oh gosh, that is awful. Barbie made $600,000.
Lol.
Million.
$600 million. Oh gosh, man, I'm not excited for. I sincerely hope that she does not inject what she injected into Barbie into Narnia when she directs that. That's my hope. Just
Your hope. Well,
Yeah. Hopefully, Barbie was more so just studio interference as to why it was really bad. But
yeah, it was just like horrifying pandering. Admittedly, there was some elements of, like Margot Robbie kind of is a similar factor with this and Birds of Prey, kind of sharing a lot of ideas, even though they were different directors. Didn't really. None of these kind of stand out.
Missing was really good.
Missing? Okay.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Searching, which is the film I wanted you guys to watch.
Okay. Teen Wolf the movie. Okay. They made the TV show, so I still need to finish the last couple of seasons of Teen Wolf. I dropped off after my mission and just like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this. Was this one?
Oh, this is an M. Night Shyamalan film that I heard a lot of people say was kind of bad.
Really, it didn't. It seemed like it did decently well from what I can see. Didn't seem like it made very much money though. Oh, it was cheap. It was like 20 million and made like 54 million. So
yeah, that's how you're supposed to handle films like this. Like,
yeah,
budget should be very small.
Yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm just celebrating it today, eating some ribs, chilling out.
Ribs.
That's disturbing on so many levels. Like, since that one's going to be bad, that one's going to be so bad. Like, they're admittedly doing course correction, and that's good. They're probably going to make it even worse than it already was going to be. But yeah, Magic Mike's like 3.
I forgot that franchise existed.
Yeah. This piece
think
of
everybody
crap.
is.
I didn't watch it, but I listened to
That one is
EFAP.
horrible.
Yeah, I listened to
Yeah, I
EFAP and what's his face? Tarek.
Mulder.
Oh, it was Tarek
Oh.
going over it, and Tarek was freaking pissed at this movie. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
I can understand that mainly because that is absolutely a horrible movie to watch. It
I do
doesn't
care
make
for
sense. The
fascinating.
CGI is horrible.
Then we have Cocaine Bear, which apparently was just meh. Like,
Yeah,
by
but
all
it was better
accounts.
than the Marvels that came out that day.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Actually,
Didn't
it actually got more, if I'm correct, right?
probably. Creed
Jesus
3.
Evolution, lol. And it was an alright movie, if I heard the critics.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of anything about the Creed films.
Scream 6.
Scary movie.
I heard Scream 6 was actually decent, but
Yeah, they probably learned from Scream 4 and 5. Well, Scream 4 was pretty bad.
no, 65. The Adam Driver dinosaur movie.
Yeah, was that?
It was. I heard that a lot of people say it was just boring. It wasn't really particularly bad or anything. It was just really dull.
Mm-hmm. Ah, fantastic.
Hey,
Hello, sir.
hello. I am
Oh,
Captain
hello.
Cringe. How you doing?
The King
Hi,
of
Wade.
Cringe.
Hi, Wade.
Jesus.
So, Pinball, the man who saved the game. I might actually want to try that out. John Wick Chapter 4. This is one as I have seen. I got to see it on the plane ride to Britain for my cruise a few months ago, and I was like,
Fancy.
I'm engaged, but it just eventually got to the point where I'm like, this is kind of boring. Like, I'm kind of exhausted watching this movie.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it boils down to the fact that it doesn't really understand how to properly implement power dynamics. John Wick is essentially a Terminator, and few times he does get beat up. However,
It's fine.
it's not sufficient enough to make you all that enthralled as to like, oh, is he going to win or lose this?
Yeah.
And that's
Also,
solely because
He's
we've
a
seen like,
superhero.
yeah, and that's because we've seen like 10 minutes of him just completely wreck an army of men.
Also, when he falls down the stairs,
Oh yeah, that was something.
hilarious. Like, they just have so many pieces of unintentional comedy in this. It's just kind of embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
the world building.
like the staircase thing. Oh, which one are
Yeah,
you talking about?
Yeah. Every film, yeah, they got worse and worse. I think 3. I liked
was
3.
three was the most.
Sorry.
3 was like the most pointless out of the 4 because
Yeah.
the beginning of the 4 can be completely not retcons, but just completely removes everything that has been accomplished in the 3rd movie.
Are they not
Immediate.
just? Are they not gonna be doing another John Wick after this one?
Oh god, he comes
Yeah,
from the
they're
grave.
gonna do
Zombie.
like they are. They're gonna continue the franchise even without
John Wick.
John Wick himself.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Bad idea,
Kills
by the
them.
way. Just gonna say that.
Yeah,
Bill
most of these,
Baggins.
and most of these are stuff I don't really have very much familiarity with.
At first I thought that was
God.
Ben Shapiro.
Oh, look at that! It's Dungeons and Dragons.
I
Oh.
liked this one, actually. This was kind of fun, actually.
It's not my style.
I haven't seen it.
What didn't you necessarily like about it? I was just like, this is freaking hilarious.
Well, it was not my style. The humor was a little bit not my style at all.
Fair enough. I think it's the best D&D movie to come out, though.
Yeah, If it is the only one, it is quite hard to not fuck that up.
Well, there have been other D&D movies.
Yeah, well, then I have not seen those.
They're kind of legendarily bad movies. They're like the Room levels of bad, even though they have people like Jeremy. The first one had Thora Birch and Jeremy Irons in it.
Interesting.
Yeah, this at least looks not like it was filmed on a budget of, I don't know, like $10,000.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. Yeah, this one was probably bad, but I never saw it. Mostly because Adam Sandler's lost all creative intelligence, unless he's in dramas.
Kind of similar to Jim Carrey in that instance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the Super Mario Brothers movie. From what I understand, it's kind of a mediocre film.
Yeah, like if you're not a Mario, if you haven't played if you haven't played many Mario games, then yeah, you will gain nothing from this film. You will just say it's mediocre. But if you have played many of the Mario games and understand a lot of the references involved, then yeah, you're gonna have a great time with this movie.
I just don't like I didn't like the English voice actors actually. I'm gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought they were fine. I got used to it. Especially Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah, Jack Black was fine, but Brad Pitt had an awful voice. I don't like to have like this goddamn American voice kind of feeling on Mario. It doesn't feel right.
I got used to it.
Especially if you compare it to especially if you compare it to the French one. It's much more relatable.
Oh, great! Here comes another sweat match.
Indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, Chris Pratt. Yeah. Chris
Yeah,
Pratt.
that one.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Prattman.
We'll get to Rebel Moon in a bit.
Oh no, not Rebel Moon.
I didn't see it. I just watched the EFAP, and it just like this just sounds like a parody.
It's silly. It's silly business too. Electric Boogaloo.
Renfield. I actually kind of liked this movie when I watched it on the plane ride.
Oh, that's the vampire guy, right? The vampire movie. Nice.
Yeah.
With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it is really funny. It is a box office. It didn't do well, surprisingly, but
yes,
funny. It is pretty funny. Like, and the gore in it is freaking hilarious.
Yes, I prefer most likely the sub over the dub in most cases.
Epic.
Especially with anime. There are some cases where it is, different, but they are hard to find.
The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, I heard Oh, go on. Oh, yeah, I heard it was actually pretty decent, all things considered. Again, I've only seen Kurgle Drinker's review on it, so.
Yeah.
I
know Professor Geek, who admittedly I question Critical Drink Professor Geek based on I think that he created this the premise of this movie because he's very staunch Catholic. And he thought it's abusing Father Gabriel Amworth. I'm like, don't necessarily have that kind of thing, so it probably won't be offended. And most exorcism is BS, but Evil Dead Rise. I didn't watch this.
Wait, there was a zombie movie?
Yeah, Evil Dead Rise, the 5th installment in the Evil Dead film franchise.
I have not seen this at all. I was not interested in most movies lately.
Yeah, Tarek has seen it, and he did not enjoy it very much at all.
Yeah.
It was a bit too preachy.
Oh,
yeah. I have seen that one. I have seen that one.
run us
fully
through it. I've heard that was terrible. Go for it.
done. That was one of the worst movies I ever came across.
Wow.
They tried to make Hook look like a fucking buffoon in most cases. It was like, yes, Peter Pan is not gonna save these children. No, he is not.
Kill the
It's gonna
children.
be all about Wendy. And Wendy is gonna be complaining about Peter most of the things, and then then it also has that fucking modern message in it as well, big time. And not by a long shot. No, literally in your face, shouted at you.
Yeah, they made Hook like a sympathetic villain and depict
Yeah.
Peter Pan as like this very despicable human being.
Yeah, it's like a fucking. They made Peter look like not a hero. He was more like a villain.
You kind
Technically.
of have to ask yourself sometimes, like, what's the fucking point? Just make your own shit at this point. It's not even
Imagine, you
remotely
know,
towards the same thing.
you rescue Hook, or you brought Hook to this beautiful place of Wonderland, and then, you know, after a shipwreck, you abandon him, and that's why he became evil. Peter abandoned Hook. That's why he's evil, by the way, according to this movie.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, Bug's Life is a. I
liked A Bug's Life, but compared to most modern Pixar, it's a lot better. Just like
yeah.
It had a really bad end of second act with the liar reveal trope. That was probably one of the worst examples of a liar reveal trope I can think of. But overall, it wasn't that bad. I liked it. It's also very nostalgic for me. So.
Also, fun fact, by the way, they made in this movie, they literally did an late 2006 transversal from one clip to another. So the clips are even badly edited. So you have like one scene to another, and you have like, and now you see the circle disappearing, and then you see the circle appearing again, like for no reason whatsoever. So it has like a fade in circle and fade out circle. It's silly. Like you use that back in old fashioned media player. I think it was made by interns. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, so from what I understand, the only thing that's good in it is Jude Law's Hook. Everything else is terrible.
I also like the father figure at the beginning of the house. He was a decent actor. He felt believable.
Ooh, I really am excited to talk about this one. I really liked Sishu. This one was awesome. Like this was freaking awesome. Just this one like indestructible old man goes up against a bunch of Nazis and just destroys them. It's freaking awesome.
Nice.
No, it wasn't. Isn't this character supposed to be Finnish too, which just makes it even more funny?
Yeah, he's apparently he's this one-man death squad known as the Immortal, and he just just goes through. Yeah, and it's so many creative things in this movie. Like for example, he kills two of them by slitting their throats underwater and breathes in the escaping air from their necks.
That's pretty brutal, not gonna lie.
Yeah, just in order to keep breathing. Like that's pretty dang creative. That's pretty fun. I and like the I was like so engaged for the whole thing. And there's very minimal dialogue in it. And it was like, okay, so it looks like it's 6 million euros and made 14.3 million. So
that is good.
Yeah, I think it's probably good. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I've heard that it was the only good Disney movie to come out this year.
Basically,
Yeah, I've seen it. I'd say that it's the weakest of the three Guardians films, but it's by far the best thing to come out of season 4 of Phase 4 and 5 of Marvel.
Oh,
All
Yeah.
the bad. Yeah.
what was Guardians 3 about again? I forgot.
Well, Rocket essentially gets where the main antagonists are essentially trying to kidnap Rocket, but in doing so, they essentially activate like a cardiac arrest in his chest. So the team is essentially on a ticking time mission to try to save his life. That's the most detail I can give without going into too many spoilers. It also had a lot of interesting flashbacks on Rocket's upbringing and demonstrates why he has this very nihilistic worldview at the beginning of the first film.
Oh, okay, yeah, deserves that.
Yeah, it was pretty disturbing overall.
Mm.
It was not afraid to get really dark, but I loved it for that.
Mm-hmm.
White man cannot jump. Lol.
Yeah, so we had the Fast and the Furious 10 come out this year.
Wait, what?
Oh no,
I have not
they're
seen
going
that
to
one.
Mars. I know.
I am not dealing with that just yet. Robots? What the fuck?
No, they stole the Blue Sky name, the animated version of robots.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the Little Mermaid. Yes, I also have seen that one.
Yeah, that one's apparently bad.
My
really
ears were
bad.
dead next to nothing after that one.
No, a lot of people thought it was annoying, especially Aquafina's character.
Yup.
Yeah, where's a rap that makes everybody want to commit suicide?
But it was just so shellish. It was very high pitch. There you go, high pitch and
Shrill.
rubbish. Like you smoked a cigarette. Ugh.
Mm.
Smoke lungs don't help. Absolutely not. And beside it was not good. What is wrong with me? I don't like this movie. I prefer the original one over this one.
Oh my
I don't
gosh!
think that's
It's the second most expensive movie to date.
How much did it make compared to?
Oh,
Oh,
so
it did not make at all.
it was not, since with these kind of big budget movies you gotta make double in order to make them
Yep.
even just break even, and it made less than double. So it's
Oh, I
reported
watched
it
it.
was,
Yes.
yeah.
My main thumb of rule is even if it is a bad movie, you should watch it yourself to get yourself also the opinion, and therefore you get much wiser. That's why I
But you
also watched
watched.
every single episode of She-Ra, Princess of Power.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: there are some good things and some bad things. First season, Second season, nah. Third season, decent. Fourth season, absolutely throw it out into the trash.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
you
that.
get that.
I think that most of them were just like, this is just mostly dumb. I think part of the reason why they didn't necessarily like hate it as much as something really bad like Cruella was that the lady playing Ariel, or the lady playing Ariel, Haley Bailey, was pretty much just ignored the controversy and just didn't engage with it and just did her job and nobody cared. And that allowed her to skate by a lot. Whereas somebody like Rachel Zegler was deliberately antagonistic and nobody liked her as a person at all. Like, mostly they just hate her, from what I understand. Can't think of anything else. Okay, that might be interesting to watch. I like Jared Butler.
I still think
Um,
you can make it original, Neil. Definitely.
well, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
this actually looks
As long as the
pretty
characters are
cool.
interesting, everything is fine. She's the female version of Noble.
Oh god.
Well.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
Aquaman?
Yeah, Rachel
Yeah.
Zegler is the female novel. That's actually really
Rachel
fun.
Zegler. Oh,
She's the, and then they walked it back a lot and had her do an interview with Halle Berry, and it was dripping with so much insincerity.
Oh yeah,
wait,
you have the.
would a female noble be interested in femboys?
No. Only in. Nah, maybe that would be the only thing that she would like. Only femboys instead of tomboys. It's only femboys.
The Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
And
I've
they
heard
had some
nothing but
decent
bad.
designs.
I have heard nothing but bad things about this movie.
True, but the designs are cool. The designs of the
Oof.
beasts were cool.
This was Paramount's pathetic attempt to create an extended universe with a G.I. Joe franchise. Because there's an
Really?
end credit scene in this film that establishes that the G.I. Joes exist.
Ah, okay. I
It's
see.
so funny.
The only thing I
But-
liked about it was the trailer with the raptor, the bird that turns from a television and then throws somebody off a cliff. great.
Nobody hates Bailey. No, nobody hates her. As far as I'm aware, there were a lot of people that were complaining about the race swap, but because Haley Berry didn't engage with it, everybody kind of just was like, you know what, you're not a bad person, so we're not going to focus on. So
I'm
we're
more
not
focusing
going
on the
to,
plot, not gonna
yeah.
lie.
So as opposed to with Captain Marvel, poor Brie Larson was clearly fed some terrible talking points because she has walked back so much since then. Like she is very much now going for male gazy stuff now because she understands. Oh,
Well, she was a
Ooh.
very big giant brick on a television with no emotions whatsoever.
Mm.
It was
The
great seeing Mrs. Marvel there.
Okay, Flaming Hot.
Nope. Didn't see
Okay,
that
yeah,
one.
didn't see that.
I do.
The Flash. I didn't see it, but I've heard that this was so bad. Even from my sister, who normally likes most everything, she was like, "This movie sucked." I'm like, "Dang."
I can imagine why.
And apparently, even though Flash is so bad, it's still the best DCU film to come out this year.
Yeah, but
Yeah, since Aquaman 2 apparently was really bad.
Yeah,
Like-
they really ended the DCU
there
with
you
a
go.
bang
Elemental.
with Aquaman 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Elemental. I didn't watch it. I was just like, nah, not interested.
It's not my
I have,
style.
yeah, I have no interest in modern Pixar anymore.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
also
you-
not interesting.
I'm interested to see Extraction and Extraction 2 at some point.
I have not seen that one yet.
This one. I actually really like this one. This one was actually really, really funny. It's basically just they decide this wealthy couple, played by Matthew Broderick, the whitest man in existence aside from Topher Grace. The reason why I say this is because Topher Grace played David Duke in Black Klansman. Who David Duke's still the whitest man in existence. Least painful kidney stone. Yeah. More like trash. The trash. It's a worse No Way Home. Yeah. Yes, I would definitely agree that
Yes,
Rachel
indeed.
Zegler is definitely a disingenuous, awful at least abrasive person.
She's a wooden plank on television.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was decent in the Hunger Games prequel, but that was because she wasn't the main character and didn't steal
Isn't
his
that always
thunder
not
walk.
the main idea with these people?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
always get
so-
big roles and then they don't know how to act.
Yeah, but this one's actually really funny. Because it's got Jennifer Lawrence. She's basically like saying, saying she will date this young man and get him out of his shell, so that he will actually be confident enough to go to college, because he's been sheltered his whole life by his helicopter parents. And
Helicopter parents?
are you aware of that?
No hard feelings. Some of these movies I've never even seen. And just
Yeah.
hearing helicopter parents is like, what the hell?
Well, you know what the term helicopter parents means, right? Basically, they're
Nah.
very protective and shelter him. Like, they hover over him like they're helicopters.
I see.
Yeah. And hasn't had experience with girls, drinking parties, sex, or anything else. And so he, and they get for him a really cute relationship. Which is-
Aww.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cute, pretty adorable. I like it.
The Blackening? What?
I don't know. Whichever one
God
we're
is a
talking about.
bullet? What the fuck?
The what? God is
God is a bullet? What?
what is insidious satanic cult?
Okay.
Oh, well then.
You know what? I may actually watch this. This actually doesn't look terribly bad.
Nope.
It's basically taken with against a Satanist cult, but yeah, why not?
That would be actually quite fun to watch, not gonna lie.
It's interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Ah,
boy.
yes! My
Oh,
favorite
no.
kind of thing to watch. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
It's not my favorite of this year, but
Yeah,
it is one
best
of the
film
many.
the best film of the year.
Yeah, 10 out of
The
10.
biggest bomb of the year. It's like, wow.
Biggest waste of time and money of the year.
Yeah.
Roughly 100 million losses. Oh, just 100 million.
That's not good. That's gonna look really bad on Kathleen Kennedy's resume. And good. She deserves to be freaking fired. Get her ass
Basically.
out of there.
Indiana
Permanently.
James.
Fire her ass and get her out of here. You don't want her stinking up Star Wars or Indiana Jones anymore.
But we gotta make sure that Indiana Jones is no longer the one that needs to follow the footsteps. We need to show some better people that take over his role. Oh
Yeah, get
shit, we
one
got
of the-
busted. So we have to do it again.
Yeah, get one of the writers from Andor to be the CEO of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that'd be totally fine.
I think even Avatar was better than this by a long shot.
Yeah, Andor was like the best thing under Lucasfilm's belt since Empire Strikes Back.
I think it's the only like good thing that Disney has put out in 5 years.
Basically.
Mm.
And then you have Rebel Moon, where everything is go to shit
Oh.
again.
Well, that's not Star Wars. That's Netflix.
But it is Star Wars technically again.
It was the thing is, it was so bad that not even Star Wars, not even Kathleen Kennedy would touch it.
Imagine
Because-
my shock.
Yeah. Sound of Freedom. I've heard good things about this.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't seen it because the subject
Nope.
matter is really intense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know
I've
that
seen that one as well.
by all account, there was one person who really hated it because they saw it as a manipulative conservative propaganda. But
Why would you see it like that? It's just a fucking movie. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you can clearly tell that someone is so brainwashed to think that a film about pedophiles being bad means that it's a conservative propaganda film. Like, are you do you really want to die in that hell, man?
oh,
Well, there are a lot of people that want to die on such hills, but let's not point the fingers there.
No.
We will be here forever. We're gonna talk about all of those
Well,
people. Jeez.
Let me see. Any others? Mission Impossible 7.
That one was actually good, if I'm correct.
Yeah, one of the best films of the year, hands down.
It is one of the most. Funnily enough, it was one of the most. It actually got really bad competition from Barbie and Sound of Freedom. It didn't make very much money. Like its budget was around like 300 mil, but it only made 567 mil. So it's not a big success. It wasn't quite as good as Fallout. I did enjoy it, though. I know EFAP really didn't like it and thought it was a step down. And in some cases, I can agree that it kind of got dragged out a little bit too long, and there's a little bit of stupid plot and padding from the government agents going after Ethan. But
yeah,
I did like the "you are done." It's like
I was meaning to ask you ever since you said that. Oh, you watch this film. I was like, wait a minute, should I tell Dunn about that scene?
Yeah, I just like laughed my ass off when that happened. It was so funny. Yeah, I'm interested. Thank you.
But I'm willing to forgive some of the issues with part 1 if they are solved in the second part. So that's where I'm leaving it off.
Yeah, hopefully
but even still with these flaws, it's still a good film overall.
I would agree.
Oh, look at that.
I would be interested to kind of compare, since I know Brandon Sanderson didn't like how some of the things were handled, which is interesting because he was actually like surprisingly like critical of this, and it'd be interesting to kind of take a look at his thing and kind of contrast it, because he actually puts it in very eloquent terms, and I actually really liked his review of it. Now we have the big one. I didn't watch this. I saw Shad's review of it and was like, I'm not watching this. I'm not letting this film rot my brain. And I'm not giving this film my money. I'm not even letting I don't even want another person to pay for me to watch this freaking movie. And
I would not recommend it as well. Just gonna say it out loud.
Yeah, I'm like and I'm just like, wow. Like, this was like super mismanaged, and honestly, like the consensus that I've seen from this is just like, if this is if this is what feminism like from women looks like, I don't want to live in it. Because this is
well, technically, ironically, actually, they pulled that off, showing the bigger picture of what feminism looks like if it was real. And then, no, you're supposed to be agreeing with this. And then everybody's like, oh, hell no. Fuck that. It's great.
Yeah.
But Dune, it's a lot more forgivable because you're adapting a very large novel. It makes a lot of sense why you had to divide up into 2 parts.
Imagine, Barbie literally at the beginning of the movie crushing baby skulls, which she does, but it's dolls, so it's the implementation of like, we don't want children.
Why?
Very progressive.
No.
I know there's some funny bit.
Don't do it.
I know there's some
You're gonna have brain damage from it.
Like my dad laughed at it, but it's ultimately just it's a stupid movie that bungles its message so badly that it makes a feminist utopia look like Hitler.
Looks like a 1984 fanfic.
Basically.
Yeah, true. That sounds about accurate. Yeah. I don't know how to watch that movie. He already has brain damage. Like, oh, that would have made it even worse. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh.
Who is Amy Schumer, actually? Who is she?
She's a degenerate.
Is it a he? Oh, boy.
So
I don't.
so this is
No, don't educate him on this. Oh no.
Oh, that one, the fat bitch. Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty, based.
Well, she has that face. She has
Yeah.
like that swollen face that only, well, people with a bad diet actually get.
Dang.
Most of them. Yeah, most of them. Yeah, I can't really think of any. Most people just don't like Amy Schumer. That's been. You torment
You,
me
t- you,
with
you tell
crap.
it out as Amy Schumer. I thought it was Amy Schumer, but okay.
The Ken songs suck. I don't think that
Okay, that
anybody.
hurts my
I
eyes. I
haven't
don't
heard.
want that.
Yeah, I was just like, bad.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
she? Well, she has a lot of
Bad
Botox in it, so it's quite hard to find.
yeah. The Ken's. I don't think anybody needs to fight you on that. I think everybody agrees. There was probably nothing good in Barbie, like of
It's
any like.
just ironically it's ironically good if it is that bad, but then again, you would not watch it because you want to watch Barbie. You want to watch it because you want to see how much of a fool they made of themselves.
Yeah.
I know,
That's the only time you want to watch it.
time for a film that's a little bit more based.
Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I need to watch this movie.
Oppenheimer is good. I loved it. If you're interested if you're at all interested in like 20th century historical sciences, then you will love this film. This is such a love letter to those kind of people that are involved in one of the most phenomenal breakthroughs in science.
Mm. Okay, so it looks like it's gotten a lot of good press.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Yeeper's not. Oppenheimer is too dang long. Okay.
I didn't feel the
Well-
pacing was good enough. I didn't feel the length too much.
That's most likely the real reason why most people will not watch it, because it is that long and dragged out. But then again, I would say a nuclear, a Cold War and all that stuff. I think
Well, this is
you should.
before.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
before the Cold
continue.
War, but then again, it does need to have such a long drag of a movie because you want to explain the situation that he is in.
Yeah, like the dilemma that Oppenheimer's in couldn't really be understood unless you deliberately show his what he was assigned to do, what his feelings are about the atomic bomb, as well as bits about his personal life and how that's essentially used as another form of like tension between himself and the American government, and his overall views on the atomic bomb as a whole. So so the length is justified. I didn't feel like it was too long. It was as long as it needed to be.
Yeah, because you need to make the audience think. You need to make the
Yeah.
audience question the situations at hand, and that's also lacking in most modern movies, and that's why it actually went well.
Yeah, agreed. Prestige is Christopher Nolan's best film.
I love long movies. We just watched the extended. Yeah, the extended version of Gladiator is
Ooh,
great.
Gladiator, nice. The
I don't think
extended.
I've seen the extended version of Gladiator. I think I just saw the theatrical release.
I did.
It's about 17 minutes longer, but it's kind
Oh.
of. Well, I'm just like, it just seems like based on the summaries I've heard, it's just cringe that bungles its message with some like funny bits etched into it, and it just
there were
horrifying insight into Greta Gerwig's mind if this is actually what she thinks.
Yeah, and I will say that the biggest issue and controversy with Oppenheimer is that it did not need the nudity. Like there are only 3 scenes that include nudity, but they did not need to have any nudity.
Oh,
It offered nothing.
They shouldn't have it.
Oppenheimer? Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Oppenheimer, specifically about Oppenheimer's first girlfriend who he had an affair with, even though he was still engaged with Catherine Oppenheimer or Kitty.
Yeah. And it just makes me like, if if she ruins Narnia, I'm going to be so angry.
But it's gonna be
Agreed.
ruined. That's the whole point of Narnia. You need some lion to intervene. Duh.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
Just don't get your don't get your hopes up high because it's still
Yeah,
the company has
Oppenheimer.
been in decline for quite a long time already.
Yeah, Oppenheimer is a really fun watch if you think that this is just a prequel to Godzilla -1. Like that's the best combo of films you could watch in this year. Not Barbie and Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer and Godzilla -1.
which I need
Question:
to watch.
Did Puss in Boots: Last Wish actually also came out this year or not?
That was
It
last
depends
year.
on where. Originally it did release back in December 2022, but in some regions it only released until this year.
Because that one was actually genius.
That was a phenomenal film.
Great. That was great. Needed a hat and a seeing stone. It's funny. So it's a Joseph Smith reference. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I just saw the trailer for this and just thought that looks hideous. I'm not watching that.
Yes,
Apparently,
I know.
Was it this
I
film?
was very disappointed the moment I saw that kind of art style.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
boy.
apparently, well, yeah. The only thing I know about it really is that Mr. Beast made a cameo. I was like, okay.
You know
What?
which one you should go for?
It's got
you know?
Gus Frigate. It's got Gus Frigate in it.
Yeah, it does. Poor guy.
Oh,
If you want to really watch, you
God.
gotta,
That was John Cena too. And
If you really
Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Paul Rudd.
Monarch Legacy Monsters. Okay. Okay,
But,
I've heard good
yeah,
things
you
about
should-
that. I haven't watched it.
if you ever wanted to watch something like Ninja Turtles, go watch the 2006 series. That one was good.
Or the 2003 one.
Yeah, that one. But it had 3D elements to it, but was not that terribly made. The animations was
Yeah.
smooth and all that stuff.
I've heard decent things about this. It wasn't like the best Dracula movie, but it was at least like passable, I think.
Yeah, it
I
was
have not seen
decent.
this.
I've seen it. No, I've seen
Okay,
the first half of it.
What was the your conclusion on it?
The funny thing is that I was like halfway through the film, and then I realized, oh, like Dunn's doing something. I might as well join him, and then I just didn't resume the film after that. But from
Wow.
what I've seen, it was decent. I recommend it if you're interested in.
Oh my god, Blue Beetle!
vampires.
Blue
Okay.
Beetle! It's Blue Beetle, people!
Oh, no,
I forgot about that one, but I still know
I
what
think
it
everybody
was.
did.
And that one was terrible.
Apparently,
Even
it's
the
a
Monkey King is
worse.
better. The Monkey King was
Apparently,
actually
it's a-
decent,
Apparently, it's a worse version of the Amazing Spider-Man.
basically.
I heard a lot of plot beats were stolen from that film.
Yeah.
You could
sounds
better
about
watch The Monkey King.
The
You could better watch that one. You would be
Egyptian
more
mythology
satisfied.
time.
Yeah, Monkey King.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Return to
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah. We did get another thing that we got this year, Wheel of Time Season 2.
Oh,
Done.
wow.
No,
That-
done. Don't do it. Don't. No.
That freaking
No.
show
Was
pissed me the fetch off.
But you,
Was it
you,
an
you
absolute
don't want.
banger?
Was it what?
I
Was it an absolute banger?
No, I was
it
listening
sucked
and
me.
watching the,
It was venereal disease donkey dick. That's what it was.
But by the way, Raptor, I came sometimes on those watching, and I was like, "What the fuck am I watching? Why is that woman so ugly? Why she has no hair? Why?" And then suddenly, you're gonna be like, "You need to drink this water." It's like, what? You gotta be literally just beating the living shit out of that person because you didn't drink cheese. It didn't make any sense. It was
Drink
literally
cheese,
watching a trip.
Are you referring to milk?
Yeah. It was garbage.
Yeah.
Utter
Nice.
garbage.
Oh, you don't like Florence Pugh? Interesting. Yeah, nothing.
Golda, the hill.
I like her. But,
Yeah, she's. I haven't seen her in very many things. She was
Equalizer
the
3,
only
apparently?
kind of meh. She's the only thing that I think was like, this isn't horrible. In
What the
Black Widow.
yeah, in Black Widow, I was just like, she's not horrible. She's just kind of indicative of all the other problems in this freaking stupid ass
Yeah,
movie.
even though her character doesn't make much sense, since she's supposed to be someone who has been essentially brainwashed since childhood, and yet she has like great social skills whenever she essentially is deprogrammed.
Yeah.
The
So
fun-
her being very charismatic kind of goes against the character that they were writing, but whatever.
Mm.
The fun fact is that maybe critics don't like Monkey King, but I'm comparing it to this new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Then the Monkey King is actually better than the new Ninja Turtles movie. That's the whole point. It's a terrible movie, I know, but
Yeah, I've heard
that's the
bad
whole
things
point why I
about-
compared it.
Yeah, I've
I
heard that
haven't seen
Midsummer.
Midsommar.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about Midsummer. Midsummer is just one of those, just like it just sucks.
Yeah, it's more like a pretentious art film.
Sitting
Well,
in the
Ari,
bars
it
with
just kind of
kids.
sounds like Ari Aster's just a freaking numbskull, and Hereditary was a one-off.
Mm.
The Equalizer 3. I haven't watched any of the Equalizer films. I've heard they're at
I
least like
haven't.
somewhat decent.
Mm-hmm.
They are doable. Oh.
Like, yeah, I haven't watched it. I was just like, meh, fine. I
Dumb money. Lol.
yeah.
Dumb money bomb text.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my. Yeah, I don't know. The anti-so. Okay, it's based on a book. Okay, that was interesting. The retirement plan. Never seen it. Okay, and that's Expendables 4. I did not watch this one, but I heard that it was very
Neither
bad.
do I. Wait,
Oh my-
Spy Kids had actually a fucking movie again?
Yeah.
It was Netflix. It's Spy Kids 6. Well, Spy Kids 5 actually, and it's a standalone
Why is
sequel.
there a fucking Spy Kids movie? Jesus, I thought they died in the second one. Like, you know, the ending was decent, but didn't want to
No,
watch
the
another one.
third one.
Oh God.
The
Spy Kids
the first
3 was-
one. It was
Yeah.
12 years. It was. This was 12 years ago that this film came. That the last film came out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a kind of amazing.
I will say that the Spy Kids films are so bad it's good. They're very charming. You can't hate them. But this one, I don't think there was any heart behind that.
No, you
Especially
cannot
since, like,
hate them
take
at
a look
all.
at-
That's
Like,
the
take
whole
a look at
point.
the ages of these kids look like
They
they're
look like toddlers.
Yeah, they're just still looking like the fucking kids from the Spy Kids. Amazing.
Yeah, at least
That's
the
actually
two-
impressive, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, at least the two main lead kids had great chemistry with one another.
Draw.
They interacted like actual siblings.
That's
Yeah,
a
like,
good sign. Also, the machete was in the first two, which I really liked. I believe, right? Yeah, machete guy. Yeah, he was literally the guy who created everything, all the gadgets.
This film I actually am interested in watching. I've heard good things.
The creator. Oh, that one. I believe that is that the sci-fi one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Is
one
it-
was actually decent, if I'm correct, from my memory.
It's just the pro AI film.
Possibly.
I believe it actually became a little bit of a horror after a while.
Mm.
So.
Saw X.
Ugh, zug, 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 zug.
I haven't seen any of the Saw
Why
films
would you go for Saw X anyway? What
because
kind
it's
of...
the 10th film.
Well, because they're cheap as crap to make.
Yeah, probably.
Epic.
Another Exorcist movie.
No, I heard this
Jesus.
one is awful.
Yeah, I have not heard good things. A second Pet Cemetery movie.
Okay, this is new.
I've seen that
prequel?
one. It's it's a reboot of some sort.
Bad. Okay.
What is this with all these horrors coming out in October? Jeez.
Wait, what? About what? The Spy Kids? Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah, yeah, because Robert Rodriguez needs some stuff. Yeah, there's a sixth Spy Kids. Well, fifth Spy Kids. Sorry, not sixth. Xth. But there's a surprising number of Spy Kids movies. It's kind of weird how many there are. Are there any other bad TV shows that came out this year? I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I
haven't
do.
watched-
I
Oh,
do.
go for it.
The season, the fifth season? No. Fourth season, I believe, of Dragon Prince of Netflix came out.
I haven't watched it. I watched the season before last, and I was just kind of like,
Yes.
eh,
The season before was actually, the season before was utter garbage, and then this one was like, great. I guess you're still doing the same thing again. Wow.
wasn't Velma last year? I didn't.
No, Velma was this year.
This year?
Really? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I just did not watch that. I
Oh.
was just like, nope, not watching this. I'm
Yeah,
never
I didn't
watching
even
this.
I didn't even watch any of the videos that really covered it detailed how bad it was because it just didn't
The
deserve
humor
it.
was so bad. It is even worse than the new Scooby-Doo series that came out on Cartoon Network itself.
Yeah.
Because
At least I imagine the previous Scooby-Doo film wasn't malice like Velma was.
yeah, but like
Yeah, it was
School
just-
Scooby-Doo, for instance, was terrible, yes, but
Mhm.
at least it had some decency in, consistency in the plot. And this one was absolutely nowhere to be found. The plot, everything was total TRDL, cheeky, random. So you're gonna get that one.
Yeah.
Old Dads. I believe Old Dads was actually a movie that I did watch, I believe. Right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. I've heard good things
Yes.
about that one.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh boy.
Mm.
It's a shame that they did not put Markiplier in it, actually. Not gonna lie.
That was
You
unfortunate,
put Math
but-
in there, but you should put Mark in there as well.
well. They did initially reach out to Mark, but he couldn't be part of the film because he was working on Iron Lung.
Then they should have waited. They
That's-
should have waited.
Only saw the first two episodes.
You need
and
to
died
have that
inside.
king of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, they're gonna make a second Five Nights at Freddy's film, so they're probably gonna have
Of
more
course
fun.
they're gonna do that. Of course. For fuck's
It
So-
sake.
did very well. It did very well at the box office.
Hmm.
Well, it is Five Nights
So-
at Freddy's. Everybody
Mhm.
that is a child will watch this.
Hmm. So.
And the Jim Henson Company was also part of the animatronics. That was pretty
Yes, that one.
The Marvels. I have heard nothing but bad things about this movie.
You don't want to watch that. Trust me. Humor is terrible.
I don't ever want to watch it. I'm pretty much blacklisted the whole series. To be perfectly honest, at this point. It's
And then you have
never
Hunger
good.
Games. Snakes and birds.
I actually liked this one, even though it
Nah.
had Rachel Zegler. She wasn't awful in the film.
The main problem is they made the main bad guy a little bit sympathetic, which I don't like. Not gonna
I
lie.
don't know if he's necessarily that sympathetic. He's pretty evil and conniving.
Yeah, but they tried to redeem him. That's the problem.
Did they redeem him, or did he?
They
just
tried to
start-
do it with this movie.
Well, how so? Like I didn't. I feel like he starts like kind of
Yeah, he
kind of
starts
dumb.
not bad. That's the whole point. He doesn't start bad, and then they try to make him more evil and more evil. Therefore, you should be feeling more, well,
Should he have
sorry for
started
him.
psychopathic from the beginning?
Yes.
Why? That's boring.
Well, then at least you have a decent bad guy.
He has to be bad from the
That's-
beginning, or else he's not a bad guy.
That's.
Yeah.
I don't think that it works that way.
Yeah, never
An
had.
evil fucking dude that wants more power, that wants to be, a dictator. That would be great.
It wouldn't work for the rest of the tone because he actually has to win people over.
That's why you go for
Yeah,
a
like-
Two-Face.
Like the whole point about his character, from what I've heard, is that's a corruption arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So corruption. Like that's how you do a corruption arc. You see the person as he was in the beginning, and see that he's
Still shouldn't be
like
there
a
movie for it.
desperate guy who slowly does one bad action after another until finally he's just willing to murder this guy via poison, as well as set up his best friend to be hanged. And that's I thought that it was fine. I'm not sure I agree. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, he's a lot less sympathetic in the book, from what I imagine.
Ow.
From what I understand. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that, but
Oh God, Napoleon. Ugh.
I've heard bad. I was initially hesitant to watch it, but then I just saw that
They made him look
it's
like a
really
fool.
bad. Yeah.
Also, the
50% of
also
film-
the so
Yeah,
little history scenes. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, 50% of the film is just Napoleon whining about his whore wife, Josephine.
Basically.
And the other half consists of a bunch of battle scenes that have little to no connective tissue with them. Like, oh, they just happen.
Also, somehow the the French army went to Egypt in
Well,
one
they
day,
did.
and then suddenly they went to this place, and then suddenly they went to this place. It's like very fast cut.
Yeah, from Bell to the pyramids to Austerlitz and eventually to Waterloo, which, yeah, they really messed up all those battles. Like, they showed Napoleon shoot one of his cannons at the pyramids, which was like, no, he would never do that. And he
Yeah.
never did do that.
It kind of seems as though Ridley Scott has only made one good movie in the past few years, and that's The Martian.
Oh, I forgot that was really Scott. Yeah, that was a good film.
Yeah, and then it seems
But
like for every
admittedly, he was
Martian-
adapting it. Admittedly, he was adapting it from the book.
Well, and kind of the thing is, okay, so he had House of Gucci a while back. I don't know. I don't know how that was. They had The Last Duel, which I have heard that it was okay. Don't really know much about his quality. Might be okay if she develops a personality. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, she's okay. Part of it's just she doesn't have one. Like she will basically just flip flop her personality based on what she thinks will get the most views. And that really hurts her a lot. Okay, Beyonce.
Probably Beyonce.
Okay, that's probably bad. I don't written, directed, and produced by Beyonce. That That's not a good sign.
Mhm.
Like that's kind of a kiss of death. Sorry. A lot of people find him sympathetic. So yeah. Okay. Ridley should just retire. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Oh dear, that's horrible.
Please don't. Thank you. I like to sleep at night tonight.
Yeah, that would be it.
Jeez.
Basically somebody who's just
That awful of a
Hmm.
person. Yeah.
yeah. While Brie Larson, she's kind of an inoffensive mouthpiece in a lot of ways. She doesn't have a personality. Like if you look at her YouTube channel and her comments now versus her comments back then, she's changed a lot. And I imagine a lot of that is just because she doesn't like being the butt of everybody's jokes.
Is that a personal attack or something?
Stay in your fucking lane, lady. It's essentially the fucking
Yeah, and especially it's like
thing she learned.
And she very much has gone the route of like, okay, I need to sell my sex appeal. Like I don't have any I don't my personality isn't good enough on its own.
What
Who would have
personality?
thought?
I didn't know
Yeah,
she had one.
Yeah, she very much transferred into kind of just saying like, you know what, I'll just kind of go Twitch thought roles. Maybe then I'll actually get something.
Ah,
And,
yes, the good day that Twitch actually changed their elo. Ah, that was good time.
yeah, she's
Did you know
also
about that?
honestly harmless. Yeah, she's pretty harmless to be perfectly honest. She'll just kind of for a while there when she was Captain Marvel and she saw this as feminine, her way of like establishing feminism and her contribution to the cause, she was kind of insufferable. But then she very much just backed the heck off.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that Brie Larson is a bad person per se. I will say that Amber Heard is most definitely a bad person.
I need to just stop.
Yeah, Amber Heard is clearly psychotic.
Yeah, narcissistic personality disorder to a T.
Yeah. Also, I think she has there's a very specific disorder that I think she has. I can't remember what it is. It'll come to me. But it's the specific disorder where you very much attach a lot of yourself to another person. Huge which
So kind of like Munchausen by proxy.
Maybe.
Somewhat.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I watched a psychologist analyze the trial, and he was, and can't remember. What? Murder borderline personality disorder. That's what it's called.
Borderline. Yes, borderline is one of those things that you are happy and then no more in one switch. By the way,
So it's like an intentional version of being
It's Anakin Skywalker in
bipolar.
this show.
it's like having a revolver near you every single time you make like a joke or anything, because she can snap the moment you look away.
So I don't think that Brie Larson is that bad anymore. For a while, she was just spouting really stupid things and making herself into a meme, and then she backed off a lot and has kind of gone the other direction because she knows that people don't like that. And it's kind of gone back to how she was. So borderline personality disorder is actually very different. So it's somebody who has unstable or explosive emotions. It's a lot of impulsivity, self-image issues, chaotic relationships with other people. That doesn't. I don't know. She is. Well, it's just because she's bland and inoffensive now, as opposed to how she was originally. Like she went from extremely aggressively awful to just
Don't you
bland.
think that Disney has to do something with this because they need to sell the product?
Stop describing.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. I'm just describing borderline personality disorder.
Well, I'm so sorry, Don. I guess you're gonna watch the couch tonight.
We're
Uh,
not dating anymore, so.
Oh, then you're lucky.
Mm.
Poor
Yeah,
innocent
say
man.
done.
He didn't know what he was stepping into.
Yeah, probably landmine, but everything goes out with a blast.
Oh no.
Peacock film? Gee. What I'm just surprised about is they made a Good Burger 2
What?
26 years later.
Oh god, that's way too late.
The
That's
fact anyone
just-
remembered this film is astonishing.
And why
Johann-
nobody talked about it?
Bad Johann again. Stop describing. This is just. Stop describing.
You brought this.
Stop
to us
describing
all.
me, you piece
Right.
of shit, fucker.
Run Skyrim into chaos, and now the
Oh,
Empire.
is that bad?
You down.
I mean, no, is that Skinny Pete?
No, that is Joel Kinnaman.
No, the actor looks like the actor who played Skinny Pete from Breaking Bad.
Kind of does, yeah.
Pretty gay.
Didn't watch it. Didn't watch it. Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Why?
7.
Why?
Diary of my death. Have it.
What? Diarrhea on the toilet?
Wonka. I haven't watched this. I've heard that it's decent.
Yeah, I heard it was mixed,
Why is
but
there
I'm not
always?
interested.
Oh my god, Chicken Run, the Nugget, the Dawn of the Nugget. I would watch that.
Done.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, but it's kind of just she's kind of walked that back like ever since she made the like. I think that just the fact that she was like, I don't want to hear what people think of A Wrinkle in Time when in Time was completely lambasted by everybody. Nobody liked that movie.
The moment I see that,
That
The
one
moment I
person be like,
Most people just saw that movie as hilarious and just a stupid drug trip. That was the common consensus that people had of that movie. And the fact that she went to bat for it. I haven't seen her. Well, I just think that she's bland and empty. She's basically an hollow shell of a human being. That's honestly worse in certain extent. At least if you actually have some kind of commitment to an ideology, that's something. But like as she is, she's just kind of a pathetic person. Okay, Chicken Run 2.
yes,
Electric
have
Boogaloo.
the Dawn
I-
of the Nugget. Amazing.
I have not watched this movie. I just like, you know what? No.
That would be actually quite a fun movie to watch, I think. Just
It's
only
like
the name alone.
H.G. Wells by way of yeah. I don't even like the book. She's okay. Quit being wishy-washy. Like she's at least gone to certain she's walked back a lot of like her pretty stupid statements. So that kind of gives me like you know what? You at least have some awareness. You don't have a personality, but I'm going to debate you. I'm just like, personalityless is better than awful than idiot moron.
So
That's my
technically, having a robot is actually better than having a person that is mean to you.
opinion.
Hmm,
So
that's
then we have
logical.
Rebel Moon,
No,
which by
yeah,
all
I've seen this.
accounts really, really bad. I have not heard anything good about this movie.
If you want space
Yeah.
Vikings on the moon that don't know how to play rebels, there you go. You have your stuff.
The biggest problem with this film is a bloated cast of caricatures that barely interact with one another.
Apparently, the guy in Gladiator actually played in it.
Yeah,
I don't
and the
even-
main protagonist barely makes any actions for herself, and we don't know much about her minus like one flashback.
You assume I like Captain Marvel or think that she's at all attractive in that movie.
Oh,
I don't think she's I don't think that Brie Larson is very attractive.
The only thing attractive is the blonde hair, but you
Yeah.
can always dye hair, so
Yeah.
it's not very.
Yeah, so keep
Odd.
going with Rebel Moon. Like I've heard that it's just like a ripoff of everything. And
yeah.
with
So
no subtlety
essentially,
and no craft and the
yeah, the main
laziest freaking plot ever.
yeah the main protagonist barely really has any influence over the plot. She just peeks in through like other stories that are happening, and then just recruits these characters after they've already conquered their own external conflicts. Like has no input in regards to like the outcome of what they're currently struggling with, and
Don't
all
know.
of them fairly easily just say yes to being assigned to this crew, which makes it seem like like nothing is ever really earned. And for the most part, the villain doesn't really do much either. Like there's this one scene where he blows up an entire planet after he realizes that these rebels are supporting like this insurgents faction. But aside from that, and the intro, that's it. And the main antagonist doesn't really have much of an internal like connection with her protagonist either. So watching her kill him is not very satisfying either.
Don't
And we're
forget
supposed
they
to
actually.
instantly care about these characters when they sacrifice themselves, despite the fact that we've only met them for like 10 minutes and know barely anything of it. It's just it seems like one of those films where the world building was created first, and then they just created a loose plot thread that briefly shined upon each component of that world building.
Don't forget, by the way, they
so
actually saved the main bad guy.
Don't like our. If Zack Snyder's our Lord and Savior, the world is in horrible danger.
Oh yeah.
Please don't. I don't want to, sit for 2 hours to watch a tree grow, and then, I need to wait another 20 hours to see finally the leaves fall down.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything good about it.
No.
I've just heard that it sucked, and I was just like, I'm not gonna watch this ever.
Yeah, I watched it 3 days ago with some of my in-person friends because it was decided by popular vote as to what film we were going to watch, and the other film we were going to watch was Top Gun Maverick, but they chose this instead.
The fools.
Your friends
the
are
fools.
your friends
the
are
fools.
insane.
Well, to be honest, a lot of them didn't want to watch Top Gun Maverick because they didn't watch the first one. They want to watch the first one first, and I was also in that boat. But you can still enjoy Maverick without watching the first one, I heard.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's like a terrible version of the Imperium, essentially, or mixed with the more like Nazi looking version, more Nazi version of the Empire, and it's just like, wow, you're pathetic. American Fiction. I actually want to watch this movie, and let me actually show you guys the trailer. The trailer's actually really funny, but let me show you what the trailer is. American fiction trailer. Like, I actually really want to watch this film because it looks like it's hilarious.
How did you come to write this book?
What really struck me was that too few books were about my people. Where are our stories? Where's our representation?
Would you give us the pleasure of reading an excerpt?
Yo, Sharonda, girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray is gonna be a real father this time around.
They just looked at it with disgust.
Months.
Oh, it's a Canadian film.
But they're not popular. Editors, they want a black book.
They have a black book. I'm black, and it's my book.
You know what I mean.
Look at what they publish. Look at what they expect us to write. I just want to rub their noses in it.
I be standing outside in the night.
Deadbeat dads, rappers, crack. You said you wanted black stuff. That's black, right?
I see what you're doing. We sold your book.
No.
We believe Mr. Lee has written a bestseller.
It's a joke.
The most lucrative joke you've ever told.
Now, is Stag a pseudonym?
Yeah.
Mr. Lee can't use his real name.
Is this based on your actual life?
Yeah, you think some bitch-ass college boy can come up with that shit?
No, I don't.
Can I ask what you were in for?
Was it murder? You said that, not me.
They ran 300,000 copies. Your books change people's lives.
They're offering $4 million for the movie rights.
Yes.
The dumber I behave, the richer I get.
That seems like a very fun movie to watch. Not gonna lie.
It's gone too far.
Stag Lee is still on the run from authorities.
You haven't done anything. Not like they can arrest you.
I wish I could go back to not selling books.
Is it bad to cater to people's tastes?
People want to love you, Monk. You should let them love all of you.
There's already so much buzz because of the movie deal.
Michael B. Jordan is circulating.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Somebody call the fire department.
That face palm.
Okay.
We're thinking we can get it out in Argentina.
Wow. That was great. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I legit want to watch that movie.
Okay, yeah, now I'm on.
Yeah, apparently it already got released a few days ago. About 12 days ago. But yeah, it's hilarious. It's really funny. Yeah, because it's yeah, it's just he's just how depressed he looks, and it's just really
Also, the face palm was genius.
yeah, it was really funny. Aquaman 2. I have heard that this is not even a funny bad movie like the first Aquaman was. It's boring and miserable to sit through by all accounts.
Yeah.
It's Aquaman 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I didn't even know that even existed.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
No, can you scroll up a bit more? Near the beginning of December, it was one very important film we missed.
Godzilla. Yeah.
Nope.
It's not showing up on here because it's just American films. I do need to watch it. Apparently, it's playing in select theaters, but Godzilla -1. Run.
I heard a lot of people say it's better than the other.
Yeah,
and
it's
a lot more newer films.
Yeah, it's definitely it's probably the best Godzilla film ever made, and it's my favorite film of this year.
That sounds about right. Yeah, but by all accounts, it's actually.
Well, it's not hard to make. It's not hard to make. A hard decision this year. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe I'll actually fork out the cash and watch it one of these nights.
Oh, we could definitely watch that movie at some casual game night. probably.
Yeah, we could have like a discussion on it. I'd be into that.
Yeah, I'd be cool with watching it. I probably would like to watch it in the theater. Since
Yeah,
it's worth
I
watching in the
recommend a theater experience.
Yeah, I would have to. I just need to find a time since it's not playing in any theaters close to me. It's mostly like a 15-minute drive. I have give or take, and they're not playing in very many theaters. Let's see. So Monday. Yeah, so I'll have to figure that out. Aquaman 2, the Death of Dead franchise. Yeah, everything dies. Yeah.
Done. I have
Yes.
good news for you.
God done it.
And that is.
We finally came to the end of the ends.
Yeah, we did. We got through our year review.
All right.
Now we get to watch, and now predictions. Anything interesting to watch?
Yes.
In
Yes, definitely.
2024. Anything we're interested in seeing in 2024?
Yes. Of course, Rings of Power. As I showed you before.
Yeah, that's gonna be awful.
By the way, pull on the
God.
picture. Pull on the picture, then everybody can show the horror.
I think
that
like
they're gonna pull.
Witcher season 4 is going to come around the same time as Wings of Power season 2.
Wings of Power is gonna Wings of Power is gonna wing this one. It's gonna wing it.
What TV came out this year? I'm interested. What TV shows? Thankfully, they've actually come up with a list of TV shows that have come out. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Oh gosh.
January.
Yeah, that sucks. But that was last year. It was pretty bad. Oh, National Treasure came out this year. Oh man, I haven't heard good things about that. That was bad.
I didn't even know that even existed. What?
Game Theory.
Game Theory.
What?
It's just a theory. Game Theory.
Mad Pat.
Game Theory with Bamomi Jones. Who the fuck is Bamomi Jones? Jeez.
Dune.
No.
Who is this 4chan guy?
Dune.
I don't know.
Dune's probably gonna. Dune's good. Star Trek Picard apparently was okay at least.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Cancelled.
It wasn't
Wow.
Awful. It wasn't awful by all accounts. Succession ended this year.
Wait. Dr. Phil finally ended. Yeah.
Dr. Pill.
I think it was
Yeah, he ended
ending.
apparently this series this year.
Yay.
Wonderful House of Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Oh, finally, that horrible show is gone. Jeez.
Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight. Okay.
Not my style.
Okay, launches. Let me see. New release. No new releases on this for some reason. Let me.
Well,
Wow,
we can make assumptions what is going to be happening. New Avatar is probably going to come. A new Avatar, new Blue Monkey people, not the ones that are made from Gargamel.
Yeah, that's gonna suck ass.
That story's gonna suck ass. You mean?
Yeah.
The movie itself is gonna look pretty. The whole story is gonna suck ass.
Next Pokemon movie? Okay, that's. I didn't watch Detective Pikachu. I was just like, I don't like Pokemon to begin with, and I'm not terribly interested.
Oh, that one.
Wait,
what? They're gonna go for Mrs. and Mrs. Smith, the assassin, the assassin one, and they're gonna change it back. They're gonna change it around. Oh God.
Evidently, yes.
Why is there always a remake and then they change the white guy into a black guy? Fucking hell.
Apparently, February.
We have no ideas.
We've got the live-action Avatar movie.
Oh God. Well, at least they have the bison now.
And they don't look horrifically inaccurate. And it's probably.
Well, it's gonna be a bad one though.
It's probably gonna be bad, but it can't be as bad as.
As the first one, probably. Probably
it can't be as bad as the Shyamalan movie. That's one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh dear, this is gonna be bad.
Body problems.
Yeah, 3-body
Yeah.
problem. That's going to be
You've been
bad
doing
because
better.
for two reasons: this guy and this guy.
Oh no.
Dumb and Dumber are involved in this project, and it's going to suck. It's going to be.
Oh
bad.
no. I almost forgot their faces. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fallout.
What?
No thanks.
Oh. What?
Nope.
It's a
What is
Nope.
that?
Spiderwick is on. They're making a Disney Plus show on.
fuck is
Oh
that?
no! Please let that
Rip.
be. Please let that not
Rip.
be bad.
Rip
Um,
Dunn's childhood right there.
But
I don't even know what the hell that even is.
it's kind of a Narnia-esque book where magical creatures live
Yep.
around them, and they have to when they move to a new house, and there's a bunch of magical creatures around. But apparently, okay, that's interesting. So it's not Disney Plus anymore. Roku got it. So
Okay,
there
that would
there
be probably
there might be
safe
hope.
then.
That might be hope. I know they just barely came out with Percy Jackson, which I might be interested in covering. It might be at least somewhat not horrible.
Oh yeah, Disney Plus Daredevil. It's 18 plus, but with no blood
Oh.
and violence.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be
No.
pretty bad. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. That's gonna be awful.
Dragonstalker
there's going to be a
What?
double make.
That's Disney Plus as well. What the heck?
and Doomies, really?
Oh
Ugh.
gosh, Jurassic World 4.
What?
Theory.
Why? Why the fuck? No. Just dig it somewhere else, for fuck's sake. Stop using the word Jurassic World. Jurassic Park was ruined because of it. For fuck's sake.
Apparently, there's a whole Marvel Zombies coming out, which is probably going to be bad.
Oh no.
Oh well, it's more content. I don't know why we're complaining. It's just more shit to
True.
laugh
The
at.
penguin.
The
Is it
penguin
referring to-
would be decent, probably.
Okay, it's an animated action adventure with Haley Atwell as the voice of Lara Croft.
An animated one, okay.
Well, if it's animated, that means they don't have to like adhere to like the laws of physics, and they can pretty much make her look however they want.
They gotta probably make her square
Very
boobs,
Abby
you know?
looking. She's gonna look like Abby fucking Armstrong.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe I know Haley Atwell is like a really attractive woman.
That would be that would be hilarious, seeing a square-jawed woman with square boobs as well, and then having that macho arms.
What? What? Dating? Okay, this I'm actually
Dating
interested
naked.
in.
Okay, rip.
Okay. Okay. The contestants were nude most of this time. Okay.
Many reasons why.
Okay. You know what?
Oh,
You know what? I might actually take a look at that. Yes. Haley
No,
Atwell is
no,
very-
of course you will.
I don't know. Might be somewhat amusing. I watch a lot of other dating
Steel
reality
Team
shows.
ended.
Ooh,
All
Cobra
right.
Kai. Cobra Kai. I actually really like Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is actually fun. That was
That's
actually
actually
another show
good.
that I watched this year that was really good. Cobra Kai was great. I really liked how they handled the characters, and I'm interested to see where the final season goes.
fuck, that was a grind.
Umbrella Academy, I checked out at the end of season 2.
Good.
Um,
Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Whoa.
not interested. I skipped out. Okay, I guess Andor.
Android season 2. That's going to be hopefully good. If it's the same writers, then I'm confident it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I hope they learned from the lessons from the first one.
Well, by all accounts, Andor season 1 is like legit good. More.
Yeah,
so-
it's one of the best shows. It's one of the best shows that came out back in 2022.
Yeah, because it has much more believability than the fucking Star Wars right now.
From other Star Wars content, yeah.
Yeah,
It has
that.
actually well-written characters. It has well-implemented themes. It's very grounded world building.
What? It has also character progression. What?
Mm-hmm.
Arcane.
That is
Ooh,
not allowed.
Arcane is coming? Oh, yeah, I'm interested to see that.
Arcane from League of Legends. Yeah.
Yeah, let me check what movies are coming out next year. I know Dune's coming out next year.
Avatar, Blue Man.
That's gonna
The
probably
next Avatar film.
Yeah.
Apparently
that's
also
probably
Jurassic
suck.
Park, which I'm gonna be fucking hating
Wait,
already.
what? Another Jurassic World film?
And the funniest thing is, it's a TV show. It's not a movie. It's a TV show, so it's probably gonna be worse because it's gonna be stupid.
And then probably everything's gonna be CGI and everything's animated. Oh boy.
Yeah, well, Chaos Theory is going to be a sequel to the original Jurassic World show that was on Netflix.
Probably. Mean Girls remake.
Yeah.
Why remaking though?
Probably, I don't know.
Because they're videos.
Okay, mostly a bunch of independent. Lisa Frankenstein. This might be interesting. Who's Catherine Newton? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know her. I know there's a film with. Oh, this one's going to be bad.
Yeah,
that one's going to be really, really bad.
That's
I
going to be Morbius.
Yeah, it's from the same
Make
stable.
them more billion.
Madame Web.
Yeah. Bob Marley. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Probably biopic. Okay, maybe. Upgraded. Okay, probably not. Another Emma Stone Frankenstein movie, which is apparently okay. Poor Things, I think it's called. Yeah, I think Poor Things. Okay, so science. Okay, so I'm relatively interested in watching Poor Things.
Oh, I ran out of ammo. Sorry.
Yeah. So I can't see it. Dune Part 2 is coming out in March. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I'm interested to watch that. I'll actually watch that in the theater.
Yeah, same here.
Apparently, Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm concerned about that one.
I'm conflicted.
Me too.
And my expectations are hopefully it's better than the third one. And admittedly, the third one isn't that bad. It's just mediocre. But
Yeah,
I already
it
know
is
it's not gonna
mediocre.
be-
The bad guy was a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was a likable villain. That's for sure. But
He was no Bernard Long.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Oh boy.
So sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is apparently okay. What is this? The American Society of Magical. I'm not going to say the word.
I heard about that one. I heard about that one.
Okay.
The Magical Society of Dangerous. Yes. There you go.
Okay, and it's got
some people in it. Yes.
Yeah, Peter 5'8". I'm not. Yeah, don't really have any interest in that. People's Joker. Yeah,
People's
no,
Joker.
not
It's your friendly neighborhood Joker back again into the action.
Oh, this.
That's gonna suck. It's gonna be so bad.
Done. What was your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Kong versus Godzilla?
It's a dumb movie that basically like admitted we are not good at writing characters. Let's just write a dumb action movie that has no substance whatsoever. That's my perspective on it.
The big gun goes boom. There you go.
Yeah, it's basically
there you have
just
your action movie.
the whole movie's just big lizard yells at big monkey, "I'm harder than you," and the big monkey yells, "No, I'm harder than you."
Grabs
And then
the
the-
lizard, and then the lizard shoots up into the sky. Namaste!
And the lizard like blasts through the crust of the planet to the center of the earth. That was
And
so dumb.
And then Mechagodzilla was like, "No, I'm even harder than all of you."
Then I get Furiosa.
Yeah,
Serious problems from the off. I'm very much not interested. I'm kind of not interested in watching that.
yeah, me too. I don't really see a need to explore the Mad Max Fury Road series any more than they already have. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know much.
Interested. I might be
Yeah,
interested.
I'll watch it. Even
Could
though
be
War for the
fun
Planet
to
of the
see. It could be fun to see a good
Yeah.
one.
Even though
Yeah.
War for the Planet of the Apes wasn't that good, I'm interested to see what this one has in store.
I hope they're gonna be doing the one from the early, the one of the first ones, and just follow that trail. That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, I actually really liked War for the Planet of the Apes. I didn't think it was that bad.
True.
It would be interesting to have a discussion about it sometime. Maybe we could do some discussions for Kingdom
definitely-
before Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes release on the very good trilogy of the good remakes.
It definitely wasn't as good as Dawn for the Planet of the Apes, but that's only because Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is pretty much a perfect film. I can't think.
Yeah,
of anything with,
it's
Dawn
one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah, Inside Out 2 probably going to be bad.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't
what?
have any
They're gonna
faith in
be
Pixar.
releasing that? Oh boy.
Quiet Place, spin-off prequel. Yeah, Quiet Place was never good to begin with, so I'm not really interested. Despicable Me 4.
Despicable Me 4. That's gonna be
What?
probably good. A lot of banana jokes. That's for sure.
Deadpool 3 is probably going to be bad.
Yeah.
If it is not gonna be, if it is not gonna be 18 rated, I'm not gonna watch it.
It probably won't, and it's gonna have multiverse aspects of it.
Yeah. The first Planet of the Apes, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I think that it's pretty good too. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
there's
Rise
some
of the
good
Planet
stuff in it.
was pretty good.
Oh, legendary piss boy, Eli Roth is making another movie. Probably going to be bad. They got Kate Blanchett. Was she hard up for money or something? Who is she in this? Gina Gershon is in this? Okay. Interesting. I'm just like, what is Alien Romulus? Oh my gosh. That's gonna be so what? It's
Yeah,
in
there's gonna-
between Alien and Aliens? Oh my gosh. At least it's not Ridley Scott, but that probably doesn't have a good thing. Oh my gosh, Grave the Hunter is gonna be
The
so That's gonna be bad. Beetlejuice 2. Okay,
No.
this year is very much gonna be the year, or this year, and so this combined with what's its face, Good Burger 2 is like, what the heck is wrong with this?
Hello,
Transformers
Crow.
1, that's not a confusing title at all.
We're watching the new movies, by the way. That's gonna be coming out.
Transformers 1? What?
Well, we had Transformers
Okay.
Year of the Beast, and now we're gonna go back to 1 because
So
we cannot
it's
count
good.
to 4.
So it's okay. That's interesting. Working title: Transformers 1. Explore the. Okay, well at least it's not on Earth, so it probably wouldn't be too awful. And okay, Scarlett Johansson's the lead in one. That's okay. Oh no,
And they ruined it.
that's
Um,
gonna be bad.
They have the voice actor
No.
for Code.
That's He's gonna be playing Bumblebee. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Bumbling boy.
Crow in the backstage.
Hello, bro.
Hello, Crow.
Eli Roth. So Eli Roth is just an edgy loser who just makes violent films for the sake of making violent films. And just kind of goes out for grossing out the audience. Hi, Crow. How's it
Hello. Am I
going?
coming in
Cheers.
okay?
Doing okay. Yeah, you're coming through now.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, John Hamm, good voice. I think that's going to be good. Lawrence Fishburne, good voice. So I think that's the main weak link here is Keegan Michael Key. I'm just like, why is he being cast as Bumblebee? That just sounds so bad. How are you doing, Crow? Is there any anything that stood out from this year to you in terms of entertainment, or?
Well, on the 23rd, me and my wife celebrated our 7th anniversary.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
7 years married.
Nice.
What a mistake. No.
All these times wasted. No.
And for the date, we went out and saw a double feature.
Okay.
Ooh.
We went to go watch The Boy and the Heron and Godzilla -1.
Okay. What's The Boy and the Heron about exactly?
All right. So The Boy and the Heron is about this boy during the closing years of the World War II. His mother dies in a fire during the air raids happening on mainland Japan.
Okay.
So him and his father, about a couple years after that, moved out to the countryside, where his dad is the bigwig at a factory making the cockpit glass for Japanese planes. His dad is getting remarried to his now former sister-in-law. I assume it's something to do with Japanese culture. I know that being a single parent in Japanese culture is a big no-no, so I assume probably something lost in translation there. But basically, the boy's having issues fitting in, and on the property of this beautiful mansion they live in is this gray heron that turns out to be magical and is able to shapeshift and do all sorts of different magic stuff. And it's telling the boy that his mother is still alive and to just come into this abandoned tower. And from there, the boy goes into the tower, goes to a fantasy land where he meets all sorts of interesting creatures and characters, and basically deals with the trauma of losing his mother, and accepting his new mother-in-law, his new stepmother. Animated by Studio Ghibli, and it's probably one of their better looking works, but it is kind of lacking in the story. There's some as typical with Ghibli films, they'll mention something that sounded like, oh, we should have known this already, and the characters know this somehow, but we've missed it as the audience. It takes about an hour for the boy to get to the fantasy world. And from there, the pace really picks up. So it's a very slow burn to the start, and then it takes off. Robert Pattinson plays the crane. And you cannot sit here and tell me that was Robert Pattinson. That sounds nothing like him.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor when you actually give him good material.
Yeah, and I would say this is probably his best role. It's fantastic. He sounds menacing as this crane, because this crane's during the first half of the movie, he's the big villain until the second half, where he kind of becomes an ally of the boy. So, and he has the best deliveries of all the things. It's deliberately funny when the crane is actually doing something funny. It sounds friendly. He sounds creepy and menacing because he puts on this old man voice with it. But the biggest problem I have with this movie is the ending, because it goes through the big revelations. The boy and the crane do their thing, and then the movie stops. It is like slammed on the brakes. Stop. All the plot threads get ended, and it sounds like they kind of like missed the falling action part.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then obviously, I imagine that you liked Godzilla -1.
That it lives up to all the hype.
Mm.
It is about as damn well near perfect as a movie could be.
It's my favorite film of the year.
I think it. I have stated, because anybody knows me, I'm a big Godzilla fan. It is probably the second best Godzilla movie.
Oh wow!
And the only reason it is not the first is simply because of the historical impact the very first Godzilla movie had.
Okay.
That is the only reason why it's not the best. There's some weirdness with the CGI on some things.
But then again, it had a budget of $15 million.
It had a budget of $50 million, and all the animation budget went to making Godzilla and the water look as good as possible. And he looks fantastic. There's not a single complaint about the design for Godzilla in this. He feels big. He feels heavy. He feels menacing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's the most intimidating because we actually care about the characters.
Yes, Godzilla -1 is only in Japanese. There is no English dub in the movie. And
yeah, it's a Yeah, there's no English dub. There's English subtitles.
No,
which I'm completely fine with.
I'm absolutely fine. I like it's a good build up. It focuses heavy on the human actors.
It's not in any established continuity. It's its own thing.
It's a brand new continuity.
Mm-hmm.
The human drama element of this movie is actually on point, because a lot of the problems with Godzilla movies, when they have him as the big monster instead of like him finding some other monster, is that it feels like it's human drama and then Godzilla is there. But no, this actually uses Godzilla as a good center point of all the problems with the characters. And you feel for this guy and all the problems he's going through. It's a good portrayal of PTSD and the stress of after war, and how the Japanese government handled things afterwards, and like the manipulations of the American government and the Soviets. There's a line in the movie I've seen a lot of people complain about, is that the Americans don't want to get involved because the Soviets will take it as an act of aggression. They're saying that wouldn't have happened. And it's like, no, the Soviets would have looked for any reason.
Almost definitely, yeah, because back then, Joseph Stalin was still at the helm of the Soviet Union, and Harry Truman was very paranoid over that, and rightfully so, because of how unhinged Stalin was.
Yeah.
So it makes complete sense why America would be very preserved, because Godzilla to them is just a natural disaster. Like,
yeah,
it makes sense why they would be a little more restrained in their involvement.
Yeah, this whole movie takes place over the course of about, I think it was 5 years, but it literally, like, what this guy was doing at the closing days of the war, the immediate aftermath of that, and then like the 3 years time skip of him trying to get his life back together, and then Godzilla reappearing in 1950. I think I'm probably got those dates wrong though, but it's a very short period of time.
Yeah, I think it goes as far as 1947, but yeah, I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, because it sticks to the to the 40s. Yeah, I think you're right.
Well,
really, the only complaints I have, there's a moment at the end of the movie where they're doing their final battle against Godzilla, and there's a thing that happens that makes Godzilla, he's charging up the big heat ray Atomic Breath. They call it a heat ray in this movie. They do something to him that causes him to pause, and it just winks out, and it comes off of kind of like modern Marvel humor, and I'm not sure if it was intentional or.
I didn't view it as comedic at all.
Now it was just very sudden, and it made like the 3 other people in the theater with me laugh. So it was very jarring from my perspective because it was taking itself so seriously up until that one random point.
I'll have to rewatch because I can't recall a scene like that happening.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it might be better. It's just like I was so invested in it that just kind of like took me out of it just a bit. It came out of left field for me. And then the very, very ending, I think it ends on a little too happy of a note.
I disagree. There was enough, not necessarily dread, but a bit of a foreboding stance at the end where, like, yeah, even though they conquered this a giant obstacle, there's the remnants of this obstacle would still happen.
I'm not necessarily talking about that moment because I'm trying not to do spoilers here because I don't want to spoil this movie for anybody, but there's a moment that happens right before that bit.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'd say it was handled well.
Yeah,
of
it
course,
is. It's like I don't I want the happy. I want that moment still, but at the same time, it's like.
Okay.
I won't get into spoil. If we ever do an actual stream about it, I'll try to be on for that, and I can talk about that, and maybe I might have a different opinion by then. So
yeah, I think I can convince you to say that scene wasn't an issue.
Yeah, me and you can have a nice long talk about NDM stuff.
So going back to the lineup for September. Before that, is there anything in next year that you might be looking forward to?
God, I don't even know what's coming next year. I've been so
Rings of Power, Crow.
I haven't been to a theater since 2019.
Rings of Power, Crow. Join us at the Rings of Power. It's gonna be hilarious.
No, I'm not watching anything from Amazon after what Dunn has put me through with Wheel of Time.
Yeah, season 2 was even worse.
I quit through that first season, and I was like, "No, I'm done. I'm out."
Probably wise. Yeah.
I have other things I could do with my time.
Yeah. I know Doom Part 2 is coming out. Kung Fu Panda 4. Ghostbusters Afterlife sequels coming out. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire.
Oh God, that's gonna suck.
Yeah,
it probably is. Yeah,
I watched the trailer and it was nonsense. It was a live action anime.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's going to be a good monster bash.
Yeah,
boring.
All right.
We got the Garfield movie. That's probably not going to be good.
Yeah.
Inside Out
the
2.
Planet of the Apes. Inside Out 2 is going. They're making another Quiet Place.
Yeah, it's probably going to be as bad as the first two. Deadpool 3 is probably going to be bad. Horizon, an American Saga. Another Alien movie. Great. That's going to be.
Oh yeah, Kraven the Hunter, where they want to make Kraven a vegetarian.
Really?
That's dumb.
I hope he has some fucking explosives with him.
Beetlejuice 2 apparently coming out, 35 years after the first one. Transformers prequel. We're getting Joker 2 next year. It's apparently going to be a musical thriller film. And Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn. I'm actually kind of concerned now. Reacher? Yeah, I like Reacher. Reacher's fun. It's kind of Amazon doesn't do well with their fantasy movies, but they surprisingly do well when they're thriller stuff like The Terminalist and Reacher.
Done?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I hop off for tonight?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you're a fucking loser.
You need to get out, go for it. Go for it,
Anyway,
buddy.
have a lovely Christmas, everybody, and
thank
Happy
you.
New Year if I don't see you guys. And Don, good luck tomorrow, and celebrate
you.
it well.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye, Johan.
Ion.
Venom 3. That's
Oh.
gonna be bad. I have no hope for that one being good. Gladiator 2.
Didn't that movie come out like 40 years ago?
23.
23. 2000, okay.
20 years ago.
I do not
Look at
have any faith that
Actual
Ridley
pandemic.
Scott is capable of writing good films nowadays, because he was writing Napoleon alongside Gladiator 2. And since we know his stance on historical epics, yeah, I don't think there's going to be much. There's going to be much to praise about in this film, personally.
So, Wicked is apparently coming out next. They're making a movie.
Oh, they're making a part one. Is Wicked really long enough to divide into multiple parts?
What's Wicked?
It's a. Crow, you explain it.
Wicked is awful.
Oh, interesting take. Okay.
Wicked is the story of. It's a prequel to The Wizard of Oz that shows why
Oh,
the way she is. Glinda's
no.
actually a villain. And everything. They apparently. God, it's been so long. They went to like a witch school, and it's like she gets bullied and crap. It sucks.
I actually don't mind the musical. Apparently, the book is like heavy with lots and lots of sex, like an absurd amount of sex.
Wicked's one of those things that came out of when the book went public domain, and everybody went crazy with their stuff, and that's the thing that took off.
Oh.
Yeah. We got another Karate Kid movie that's apparently going to have both Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio in it. We got
Jackie
Lord of the
Chan,
Rings,
I haven't heard that guy in
Lord
a
of
long time. What the hell?
We've got War of the Rohirrim, which is apparently probably not going to be good. I don't know. It's got the original Eowyn in it, so
Yeah, I've heard
It
a
doesn't
lot.
mean anything anymore.
I heard a lot of the production team that worked on the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings is part of this.
yeah. Mufasa the Lion King, that's probably not going to be good. It's a prequel. It's a prequel. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with these people? Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Dear gosh, will they stop making these movies? Why are these movies so successful? Please stop.
Because they listen to the fans about the changing of the one thing. About
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah.
They're not good enough to be this. It was all right, and that was it. But it wasn't anything special.
Yeah. Smex and Wicked because somebody misread it as being in the public domain. Well, I don't think it's public domain. I know. Well, The Wizard of Oz came into public domain a while back.
Yeah.
And then somebody wrote a book, and then the same author did a sequel book about the son of.
That has Jeff Goldblum.
What?
This film is Jeff Goldblum.
And then, oh dear,
Wizard of Oz.
Ariana Grande's going to play Glinda.
Apparently, yes. And Michelle Yeoh is going to be Madame Morrible.
Oh.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum's going to be the wizard.
Okay.
You know what? This might actually be an interesting train wreck.
Yeah, might be. At the very least, still be entertaining.
Oh, they're adding characters too, because Glenda's going to have a dad in this.
Okay, yeah, at least. Okay. I liked her in The Greatest Showman. Okay, so a couple new characters.
That's never a good sign when they start adding characters.
Yeah. Okay, okay, interestingly, there's 4 books in this series? I didn't know that.
For these damn things?
Yeah, apparently of the books. Not the film, not the play. They didn't continue past 1. Since plays don't usually do sequels. Unless they are Phantom of the Opera. Has anybody here heard of Love Never Dies?
No.
Basically, the Phantom is now on Coney Island, and he's the owner of a circus. And him and Christine did the nasty and now have a kid. Or had a kid that Raoul thinks is his. And Raoul's completely just a mess. But yeah, most Phantom fans hate that movie or hate that show. I mean, but yeah, yeah, not many predictions. The No Rings of Power is going to be bad, and we will watch it. Like, admittedly, there's kind of a thing of, yeah, you probably shouldn't watch it, not to not give it support, but also, I just want to counteract the positive reviews that are eventually going to come out about this stupid show. Because I'm just like, similar premise with Wheel of Time. It's just like, I don't want this show to get like unmitigated positive press. Since the more positive press it has, the more successful it will be. And I just kind of want to offset in my own small way because I really, really hate that show. And it's probably going to be worse. Well, maybe, since Payne and McKay aren't as actively involved in it, maybe it won't be bad. Because they're having other people than them, right?
Guarantee they're going to try to do a Redemption of the Ring.
Oh, no.
Sauron Redemption, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, apparently they've recast Sauron. So
Is he going to look more like a twink?
Yeah, it kind of looks. Yeah, it kind of looks like an Indian.
Why are they
tech
recasting?
support man? He kind of looks like an Indian tech support guy.
He looks nothing like the other guy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's kind of like he looks like a typical Indian tech support. I feel so bad that I was saying that, but he kind of looks like the stereotypical Indian tech support guy.
Why are they recasting Sauron?
I don't know.
Did the actor breach contract?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a similar situation to the actor who played Matt in Wheel of Time. I don't know.
That's right. They had to recast Matt.
Yeah, and he wasn't awful as Matt from Gotham.
He was the only good actor in that show. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, the new one wasn't bad either. Like they're
Of course,
the only ones
Matt's
that.
the only one who gets any effort put into him. He's the one with all the luck.
Well, while also being the most character assassinated out of the whole bunch.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll about cover it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.
No problem. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll be doing the Conan with Jason Momoa commentary on Thursday, which I know that movie's bad, but I'm at least interested in watching it just to kind of see.
Yeah, same here.
Epic.
Because it can't be any worse than likely what's going to come out from Amazon
Mm-hmm.
on with whatever thing they do for their Conan movie. All right. Well, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay.